All right, this is what you see when you open the box for the BEYOUR Rollator walker. My wife tells me a rollator is a little bit different than a normal walker. It's got brakes and wheels and stuff, and so that makes its use a little different. So this thing's pretty fancy. Anyway, we got to see how easy it is to put together because there's a lot of pieces in there. Let's see how this goes. Okay, if the words some assembly are required strike fear into your hearts, you're not going to like the looks of this. So here is what comes out of the box. Quite a few pieces. I think the good news is that the major assembly of the walker is all in one piece and does not need any assembly. So it looks like we're going to have to attach 2 wheels, 2 armrests, a couple grips, the brakes, and it looks like, I think the seat is already included, but there's a carrying case or sack that attaches to the back that you can put a load in. And there's a manual, so let's see how it goes. All right, as you can see, we got through the assembly process and the rollator is completely up and working and functional. I'm going to say that although this guy has a user guide that's probably a little bit better quality than you're used to for a lot of products like this you get on Amazon, the instructions on assembly are not bad, but I still don't think you should try to put this together unless you at least refer to yourself as a little bit handy. There were just there were a number of things that came up that I wrote up in my written review, and you can look up. Give you an example, the clamps that hold the arm pieces in place needed to be tightened. That's not discussed in the manual. The brakes needed to be tightened. They were not tight enough, and that was a problem. There's some instructions with moving the seat forward that I felt didn't work out right. And the worst thing that was, there was one thing that prevented this from folding up completely like it's supposed to, which I had to fix by actually, I had to disassemble the thing that holds the rear wheel together to look at it and figure out that there's a cable down there that needs to be tightened, and it's not discussed in here. So that's a bit of a problem. But in any case, I feel it's something that you should be able to accomplish. Like I said, if you feel like you're a little bit handy. If you're not, then maybe try to get a friend or somebody who is to help you with this, because it's not super simple. Okay, so the features of this guy. First thing, you need to get these armrests set at the right level. I am 6'1". This is the highest person that they say can use this without stooping over. You have to adjust these so that the person's arms are basically parallel to the ground. You want to be in an upright position when you're using the rollator. Their webpage says you can use this if you're 6'2" or 6'3". You might have to stoop a little bit. You don't want to do that. The whole purpose of this is not to stoop. So if you're 6'2" or 6'3", don't buy this. So once you're comfortable with the armrests, you're in position for using this thing. You need to learn how to use the brakes. So it's nice and simple. You just hold them down like a bicycle brake when you're in a position where you want to stop rolling. But they also have the feature of you can move them forward and lock it in place. And this is what you want to do if you're going to sit down in this thing. You want to lock it in place first. So you set the brakes and then sit down and you're nice and safe, okay? I'm not entirely comfortable with the braking on this smooth surface like this carpet. These wheels are really slick and they do not grip as well as they should. And there's not much to be done about this, but the fact that there's no tread on the tires, I think, is a little bit of a problem for that. So this guy has a storage bag, which is kind of nice. It's maybe not as easy to use as you'd like. So if you're a person that's using this guy, to really be able to access the storage bag, you kind of have to get around and walk around it. So it requires a little bit of mobility, but it's certainly better than trying to carry some minor items in your hands while you're using it. So the storage bag is a really good thing. The final thing here that I'll say is this thing has what they call a cane rest. So there's a little thing here where you can put your cane on. You might notice right away if you put your cane in, what's going to happen, it's going to fall over. So I don't know exactly how this is supposed to work, but if you do want to use this as a cane rest or an umbrella rest, you're going to want to get a little bungee cord or something to hold this thing up on the side. It may be that I just don't understand how this feature is supposed to work. There may be an additional Velcro strap or something that it works on. But ultimately, in the final analysis, when you compare what you get with a rollator to what you get with a walker, this is really superior for somebody with mobility issues. They don't have to be picking this thing up. They don't have to stoop over to use it. And this one is really pretty well made with very few problems. And I think you'll be happy with it. It's fairly expensive to buy, so you want to shop around and make sure it's the right one for you. But for a lot of people, I think this will be good. I just want to let you know that I am honored by Amazon to be in the Vine program, and I take it very seriously. I work really hard with my family to do reviews on these products. We have a lot of fun doing it. We get to see a lot of interesting things. And what I hope more than anything is that my reviews help you make good selections for your products. If they do, that's good for you, it's good for me, and it's good for Amazon. Hope you enjoyed the review.